Hey guys, so today we're going to continue our unit on percents by talking about percent change. So percent change is not too hard to understand. It's just talking about like if you went into a store and something was $10 and you went back the next week and it was $12, you can find the percent that it changed. So there are two steps when we are finding percent change. The first step is we are going to find the change. Okay, find the change. We can also think about that as finding the difference. Okay, so when I say find the change, find the difference, we know that we need to subtract. So to do that, we're going to do your new amount. And we're going to subtract the original amount. Okay, now we're going to do something that you guys may not remember. You might remember, you might not. And we're going to take the absolute value of that. So the absolute value looks like this. It's the absolute value signs. You just talked about it probably, I don't know when last year, but we'll talk about it in a couple of weeks as well. But when we have to take the absolute value, it's the absolute value wants us to find the distance from zero of this, and so it's always going to be positive. So if we do the new amount minus the old amount, we're going to find the change in amounts. And like I said, that is going to have to be positive because we're taking the absolute value. Okay, now that's the first step. The second step is we are then going to find the percent of change. We're going to find the percent of change. You know, we can do this two different ways. Yay, we're back to getting to use the proportion again. So we can either, if you like the proportion, and y'all know I do, if you like the proportion, you would set it up as change over the original amount equals percent over 100. If you like to use the equation more, you would do so if you'd like to do the equation more, you would do change equals percent times OG, or a percent times that original. So those are the two different steps that we do. So we're going to practice a couple of these. So, I didn't even tell you really how to set this up. Sorry, y'all. I was just diving in because it's Friday afternoon and I'm ready to roll. So the way that I set this up, we cut this out. It does look like this. I glued down this word problem and this word problem, and I'm going to write under the flap. So if you'd already glued down stuff, it's fine, but that's the way that I did it. So for percent increase, we can say we care about the percent increase and the percent decrease, but they're all percent change. So the percent increase, it says Mr. Jochins, I don't know, rent for last year was a total of $11,400. A miss, sorry. When she signed her new lease for the rate for the year was $13,200. What was the percent increase rounded to the nearest percent for Miss Jochins' rent? So the first step that we have to do is we're going to find the change. So we're going to find the change. And to do that, remember we're going to do the new minus the original equals the change. And so let's plug in what we know. We know the new is $13,200, and we're going to subtract that $11,400, and we're taking the absolute value of that. When we subtract that, we're actually going to get a positive $1,800. And so this would be your change, okay? Then we're going to find the percent of change, okay? So y'all know how I'm going to set it up. I'll do it the two ways for you, but I'm going to set it up over here as C over OG equals percent over 100. So let's see what we got. I'm going to draw my proportion, and let's look. So the change, we know that change is $1,800 or 1,800, and the original was that 11,400. We're looking for the percent. Now, what I wanted to tell you about the original, it's always the first thing that happens. Okay, it's the first number, whether it's this happened last year, so that would be the original. It happened before right now. So then you're going to cross multiply, and I just kind of happen to know what the answer is. I'm not going to cross multiply, but I know that the answer is X equals 15.79%, and they said round to the nearest percent, which would have been 16%. So if you cross multiply, this is what you would get. Then we can set it up. I'm going to set it up. I'm not going to go through it. But change equals percent times OG. If you set it up as an equation, you should set it up this way. It should be that 1,800 equals percent times 11,400. And you would solve it that way. Okay? Now we're going to go down here. And this is talking about a percent decrease. So Tony purchased a new car for, it says or, but it's really for $18,500. He was told that once he drove it off the lot, the value would depreciate to $13,505. What percent, rounded to the nearest percent, did Tony's car depreciate? So first thing we need to do is we need to find our change. So we're going to put that now, and I will tell you, and I can show you really quick. So we know that the change is going to be the new minus the original. Okay, that's what we're supposed to do. But the new here will be that 13,500. The original will be 18,500, 13,505. This one will be 18,500. Now, I'm going to show you what's going to happen there. So if I do 13,505, and we have not talked about this very much this year yet, and subtract 18,500, your answer is going to be a negative 4,995. Now, I told you with using your absolute value, it's going to change it to positive. But I want to show you this. So this time we put the 13,000 in first. If I just flip it, 18,500 minus 13,505, you're going to get the exact same thing, but it's positive. So don't stress about the new and the original when you're trying to find the change. Just go ahead and find the bigger one and go ahead and subtract the smaller one. So let's do 18,500 minus 13,505. That's going to equal the change. So that we just found it. It's going to be $49.95. That's going to be your change. Okay, that's the first step. Your second step is we're going to set up our C over OG equals percent over 100, or our C equals percent times OG. Okay, and you're going to plug in what we know. Let's look. The original price for this one, this would have been your OG. So that was what you would have plugged in there. Okay, your change is here. That is 4,995. We'll set that equal to X equals 100. Here, you would plug in the same kind of stuff. Y'all know how to plug it in now, so our change is that. And when you cross multiply, go ahead and cross multiply. And when you solve it, you're going to get X equals 27%. So what we're going to do tomorrow is we are going to work on these 4 practice problems together. So you should not do them right now. I want you to do is this page right here, and then we'll work on these together. Okay? Have a good day.